Alrighty folks, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to cover something real fast, real quick. So, setting ignition angle on a standalone. Particularly in this case a Max ECU. Fuel Tech has a nice little handy dandy menu you can use. I like Max, so I'm going to show you how to do it on a Max. So, Alright. This is our setup. So, went ahead and got number one coil out. I have a jumper wire available at boostbysmith.com. Greg Smith on Facebook. They are handy as hell. I believe there's a few other people that sell it. It plugs into the coil and then goes down and plugs into the spark plug so that you can hook up an inductive clamp for a timing light and then just hook it up to the battery. So this timing light I have set at 20 degrees. The bike, I have gone into the ignition trigger menu. So trigger home inputs under inputs, and I have locked ignition angle at 20 degrees before top dead center. Okay, it started out with 105 for the ignition angle. This has a custom trigger, so ignore my numbers. Normally 105 would get you pretty close. 101 to 105 will get you in the ballpark, and then you can time it in from that. But every single standalone install needs to be timed. I don't care if it's a production bike. Time it. Be sure. Anyways, inside of here, there is the timing marks. You're going to see them here in a second on the blinky blink. Those timing marks are the factory timing marks used for installation of camshafts. What we're looking to do is line them up. So I'm going to go ahead and post start enrichment's still not right. The tune's still not right. Like I said, starting from scratch here. Alright folks, so now it's running. I had to jump into post-start fuel, but we're still fixed at 20. Look in here, we'll see if you can see it. See that little mark in the middle is lined up with the mark at the bottom? It's hard as hell to see on a camera. You see it clear in real life, but we're set at 20 here. You can move this up and down, and it'll move that mark and tell you how far off you are. I can also see where it's 1690 here, 1700 on the bike, so not bad. I can now idle the bike back down too. It's shooting fireballs. So there's a spot in the tune that's got a bunch of fuel in it. It's hitting and it's just, but it's free revving a little bit. It's running decent. We still have, you can see the drips over there, a coolant leak from the heat exchanger. Motorhead's got to bring over a piece of hose to deal with. But we've had this together for a little bit. We've been trying to work on fire up and all that and getting it right. It had a trigger, an odd trigger symptom. Okay, so we've never had to do this on a Gen 1. Apparently it's had to been done in the past. The tooth log, the skip tooth, was actually showing shorter than the normal teeth, which is wrong. So I had to go in and knock another tooth off the reluctor wheel, basically treat it like a Gen 2 with a custom crank angle. I probably should have knocked the one on the other side off, and it probably would have been closer to a Gen 2 actually. But had to do that in order to get a clear tooth log. Now it starts much easier. Ignoring that start because I just swung the timing dramatically and the fueling changed a lot. I had a bunch of extra fuel in the startup and I didn't need that extra fuel. So I actually had to yank it all back out of it. That fuel was there because it was running very retarded. Very retarded. I'm gonna tell you, it was like running at 0 degrees at idle. Now it's at 10, hence why I had to idle it down. But that's where we're at. That's what we got going on. I'm going to go ahead and edit this together and get it out because why not? Stick around. Up next video is going to be the Max ECU install on a GSX-R 1000. Won't be able to tell you a lot about the bike. It's pretty much a stock motor bike. People won't believe that. I promise you they won't, but I'll even show you the numbers, show it's a stock motorbike.